What's the deal? What's the deal, my good peoples?
Baby, get you in my car.
Every day some new shit. Beefing with my bitch right now, but life still lit. Riding down the strip, $500,000 whip. 5 M's for the kid for ice like this. Everything I want to hit, I scratched them off the list. Ask about me, word around the town, I'm a pimp. Ho won't get my heart, I'm putting you down, I'm not a simp. Big OG, I'm him. Park the back the lamb and then go GLE, I'm trip. Catch a nigga and blam, Dredge gang, we ain't nothing like them. Only nigga you know that rap come through the rack, no tint. Hustler got them racks back, man, my pockets was stacked with lick. All blue hunters look like flapjacks, now it's a duffel in my knapsack. I don't back, go check my track record, niggas shot at us, we clap back. At 18, I was a 7-figure nigga after tax. I spent the ticket on both the bitches I wiped, and that was facts. On Twitter, don't believe the hype, I put my life on wax. I made it back in, blew that shit the same night as sex. I wake up and go get that cake, I ain't the type, relax. Me, dank rails, split a lick 3 ways to get a brick of crack. The Glock hit, what's the name, like a freight train, his brains was on the track. Don't play no games, mention my name, we caught him the same day on Max. Then I listen to what them fans saying on them damn apps. I ain't snitching on my mans, nigga, fuck a fair tap. Soon as we hop out that van, that's a fucking head tap. And I'm GDK, EBK, MBG, and LMB craze. Give me a switch to get like NCAA, nigga, I blitz. Niggas bitches, I don't appreciate it, but he switch out like he crazy. Sit the hit, I'm mad cause he made me, I was getting high at the rent. 10K for the fit, I'm too wavy. 29, I'm rich with 3 babies. Pinky ring, the wrist cost 380, really made it, I'm the shit. Investigations, yes, I evaded. Mouth shut, you know how we played it. Now I'm MIA, might be Vegas. Thank God I went legit. Swerve. Swerve. Thank God I went legit. Swerve. Thank God I went legit. Swerve.
More boxes, more options. Grainger has over 1,700 box types in stock and ready to help you pack, store, and ship everything. And you can count on Grainger to deliver your boxes fast. Count on Grainger for boxes. Call or click Grainger.com/boxes today.
Make what video?
Oh, you can. Not fuck it.
Make what video?
Us, cause look, that's how you're supposed to do it. Like you doing reaction or something. You're supposed to be on this side of the screen, but you gotta be good at it. Little as hell.
I got you.
No, I'm jumping. I'm just saying that's how it's supposed to look.
What about now?
Like, are you good?
Yeah.
I'll use the same size.
Oh, I should go to all this sports, man. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Future references.
All right, my good peoples. How you feeling, dude?
Saying I always feel like the Reaper.
The Reaper is crazy. The Reaper is crazy.
The Reaper.
So much is in the way, babe. Ain't no one above the two of us. And I know you put that on for me. I know you put that on for me. In a way, I can't stay away. And I know you put that on for me. I know you put that on for me. And you gon' take it all for me, all for me. Tell me you gon' make that thing pop for me.
It's cool. You fuck with brother?
Who goes Jimmy? Or Brent?
This nigga. Much talking. I need a better one
Oh
than that.
man, that was bad. Oops.
Yeah. That was just somebody just wanted to look. So nobody got it. Nobody got it. I really do. I'm a very nonsense.
That sounds crazy. Cause he the A side. So he, but I don't know.
What you mean?
He's the A side.
A side of what?
Like he would be the favorite. He's the more notable boxer, more accomplished boxer. So saying he don't deserve a rematch is crazy, especially in a draw.
He really didn't win shit. That's why he don't deserve it.
I mean, yeah, but the Roach nigga would want the rematch because he's gonna do more for his career than not doing a rematch.
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
Like, why do the roast nigga gotta prove himself twice? That's my whole thing.
Because he didn't win.
He did win.
I mean,
That's what I'm trying to tell
he had a
you.
moral win. Yeah.
Right. So why he gotta have another moral
I mean,
win?
yeah. If I'm him, I probably wouldn't take the fight again. I'd probably go somewhere else
Yeah, I just move on.
because you just rose your stock up crazy.
Right. And then when I'm ready to fight you, I'll fight you again. But everybody gonna keep reminding you to fight me because they know you really probably lost. But I'm not about to immediately give you leverage to give you a rematch to redeem your name.
But
No.
it's an automatic rematch clause on the fight.
What I'm saying is you're not getting it soon. You're gonna have to sit in this
But I
for
don't
two
think he
years.
can't fight nobody else until he fight him.
I don't think so. I don't think he got a like a exclusive deal with.
Actually, to be honest, it's his clause. I believe like it's on his side.
Oh,
And the Roshnik clause, like automatic rematch is on his side.
right, but that's why I would waive it now because I don't need it no more. Like I beat you, so it's like for me to go against you and make a name for myself. You want me to some type of way play myself. Is
Yeah, I
it?
think if they rematch, Tank probably gonna
It's
beat him the
either
fuck up.
you like you want it to be it end up being a draw. So now if I lose, everybody gonna say the whole time
It was a fluke.
it was a fluke. But then I don't think you would want to have a rematch to be in the potential to almost lose again.
Nah, Tank won the rematch. Tank, they said Tank went in the locker room and said He went right to the gym and won the rematch immediately.
But what would make you? Why you want to rematch so bad?
But he felt like, especially after the aftermath, he felt like he was playing with him.
That's so why you got to ask yourself why niggas playing with you. So that's why I'm not fighting you. You feel me? I don't care. I already know what I did. These niggas playing with me. When I'm saying it's too many politics to beat you, obviously. 'Cause I beat you fair and square, and the politics led to me not beating you. So what's different from the politics of me coming in fresh than the politics of me having a name now? Come on, bro.
You saying that because you don't think he could fight a better fight than he fought already.
I'm saying that because he not coming off talking shit. He not coming off as a new household name. Even after him winning, he still didn't grow to where everybody know the
Now he
nigga.
do got a name though. Niggas respect him. Like niggas like, all right, you proved yourself. Woo, woo. That's why he don't gotta fight Tank. He can move on and do other shit and get a bag. That's why
What
really
I
why you saying don't fight Tank.
what I'm saying is Tank gonna have to fight that demon that goes until he get the rematch. Like you feel me? So I would let him just sit in that. Like you feel me? You gonna have to deal with your own because even if Tank go beat 3 niggas, they still gonna be like, you didn't whoop that one.
Only if this nigga go fight somebody else and fight other people and don't lose. If he loses to somebody that's quote unquote lesser than Tank, people gonna forget that shit gonna happen.
No, because he did it against you. So now that making us think like is the niggas he going against.
I'm saying let's say he fight Ryan or something. And he get knocked out by Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas is gonna forget what he did with Tank.
They not though.
He is. Like you just fought a lesser nigga, you just got knocked out by a nigga that Tank beat the fuck out of. So that shit that you did was a little fluke. It was a draw, cool. You fought a good fight, shit over with.
But my thing is, if you can hang with Tank, then 9 times out of 10, all that shit you talking about ain't happening.
What, him losing like Ryan?
Yeah.
Nah, because styles make fights, and then it's depend on the night too. He had a good night.
What I'm saying is, if
he goes to another fight and fight like shit, or fight against somebody else,
y'all claim this nigga's skill level is all the way up here, and then this nigga is showing you I can dominate this skill level, some type of form.
He didn't dominate. If he would have dominated, he would have got the dub. That's the thing. I think he fought a good fight, and he did way better than everybody expected. But to get a dub versus the favorite in the A side, you gotta really dominate them.
To have that to have the numbers he had, to have everything going into what he had going into the 9th round against Gervonta type of boxer, he did dominate.
See, did you just listen to what you said though?
What?
You just said for him to do what he did versus Gervonta type boxer, he did dominate.
Yeah.
You giving a nigga
because
credit.
If he would have went against a different boxer, the domination would have been in a whole different fashion for you to.
And that's real domination. You giving a nigga credit because one of his tank and you fought a good fight.
Okay, so
that's basically just said.
If I beat Tom Brady by a touchdown with a pick. When you go against Joe Burrow, you expect to get 2 picks and win by 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So now, when you go against Joe Burrow, you showing your dominance. But when you go against Tom Brady, it seems like you're not dominant, but you are dominant because you're stopping the major force.
That's what I'm saying. You give a nigga credit because of who he fighting.
I'm not taking away his credit. I'm not taking away his credit. What I'm saying is you lost and dominating somebody for your level. It varied because you can't say, "Oh, I can dominate this person," and he a high level person in his field. The way you dominate this person is going to be dramatically different dominating somebody in that same field that have less accomplishments. So what I'm saying is, if a nigga sitting there dominating a Pro Bowler or All-Star, a nigga that's not an All-Star or a Pro Bowler, he better be going even more up. That don't mean he not going. That don't mean he not dominating.
didn't dominate that fight, though.
All right.
He didn't. If he would have dominated, he would have won. He would have given him no W. He did fight a great fight, and
Why?
if I had to pick a winner, I probably would have picked him.
So
That's not domination, though. Domination is what Bud did to Errol Spence. That's domination. That's very bad domination. What Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder the second and third fight. That's domination.
But
That's what domination
who was
was.
the last fight? You said
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder's second and third fight.
second
And third.
and you said
And Errol Spence versus Bud. What Bud did to Errol Spence. That's real domination for real.
all them dominations don't have not one great person.
What do you mean?
It's not a great person in none of them certain scenarios.
How? Tyson Fury is one of the greatest boxers in the heavyweight division ever.
Who?
Tyson Fury.
And he
And
dominated.
he dominated Deontay Wilder, somebody that was undefeated and knocking out everybody, and niggas was scared to fight.
Wilder is not.
He's not a good boxer, but at the end of the day,
Okay.
he's a heavyweight and
So
he knocks niggas out.
That don't mean
And
nothing.
he got dominated, period. And he was undefeated before
What
that.
I'm saying, I'm talking about dominating a
And
great.
Errol Spence was looked at
Dominated.
as a great. What do you mean?
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he
They had him.
wasn't.
First of all, they had him as the
No, he
favorite going into
wasn't.
that fight. Was he not the favorite going into that fight?
Is he great?
Yes, he was great. He
No,
wasn't
he's
looked at as
not.
great before that fight. Before that fight,
Look,
Errol Spence was looked at as
I'm
great.
talking about being great. Gervonta is not being looked at as being great. He's
Who
great.
not?
He's great.
Who
It's
not?
not looking at it. It's he's great.
What do you mean?
Gervonta is great.
Yes.
All right. So we don't need to be looking for somebody that's potentially or almost. We need an example.
Before that
Yeah,
fight,
some-
Errol Spence was looked at as great. What do you mean?
He was never looked at as Gervonta Davis.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about that type of
Deontay
great.
Wilder before Tyson Fury was looked at as great. A
Not
great
like
heavyweight.
Gervonta Davis. That's what I'm trying to get for you to understand.
Okay, but you give
Everything-
niggas credit for having a great fight with somebody that is great.
That means you're dominated.
That doesn't mean you dominate. We gotta have niggas on even playing field. You give a nigga credit because he fought a good fight. versus
How
a
do
great
you?
nigga.
My,
You gotta dominate. You gotta actually dominate. Domination don't change.
name me a
I just
great.
named you 2 fights,
No, name me a great that been dominated. You name niggas that ain't great.
bro. Them niggas was great before that fight.
Ain't no
Canelo
such
versus
thing.
Floyd.
Ain't,
Canelo versus
ain't no
Floyd.
such thing.
Canelo versus Floyd.
Ain't no such thing.
Canelo versus Floyd.
Okay, what?
Floyd dominated Canelo. In a pure boxing sense, Floyd dominated Canelo. He had that nigga looking real young in that ring. Don't say Canelo not
Who-
great.
Who? Okay, so who was looking young?
Canelo.
He was young.
Okay, but they wasn't saying that before he fought Floyd. That's what I don't like. When niggas win in boxing, before the fight, they say all this about this nigga, and then once they get exposed, they always got every type of excuses. This wasn't happening, it was too early. But Canelo was beating everybody before that, and he the best nigga out. That's why he even got the Floyd fight.
So back to being great. You say Canelo was great.
Canelo's still great.
All right, let's go to it.
Go to what?
We're about to see domination.
Floyd versus Canelo?
Yeah, if you call
Go
this,
to it.
that's not domination though.
I just named you 2 other fights that definitely was domination. You tried to say niggas wasn't great. Which
They're
is
not
crazy.
great.
Which is crazy.
Gervonta Davis.
They ain't gotta be Gervonta Davis.
That's the
level of
only thing
great.
I'm talking about.
They don't
That's
gotta
the
be that
only
level
thing
of
I'm
great,
talking
but they
about.
still
That's
great.
no. That's the only type of great I'm talking about. I'm not giving you the example compared
And
to
then
your bullshit as great.
Ali got dominated too by George Foreman. Was it George Foreman?
How would that look like though?
Was that George Foreman?
I'm
Or
asking you,
talking
how
about
do it look like though? How do somebody great getting dominated? How do it look like compared to them dominating somebody that ain't shit? It's a total difference.
Okay, but at the end of the day, domination doesn't change.
Bro,
It doesn't change. Just because you're fighting a greater nigga, if you saying a nigga dominated, he still got to get dominated the same way if he was fighting a nigga that ain't shit to a great nigga. If you gonna say a nigga dominated nigga, he didn't dominate Tank at all. He would have got the dub.
if I put 10 chickens in the gate, I dominated them chickens, right? Now, if I put a lion in the gate, I dominated that lion. The lion would be looked at as a way more greater and as
No, bro. It's the difference between you winning and dominating. Like, my nigga.
Anybody that put the lion, there you go. Anybody that put the lion in the cage has to dominate the lion to put the lion in the cage. That's what I'm trying to get to you. For you to even beat a great, you have to dominate.
He didn't. First of all, he didn't win.
Who are you talking about?
Roach. At the end of the day, it did come out as a draw. If I had to give a winner, I'd say he won. But at the end of the day, he didn't win. But listen,
you're being too technical for me.
I'm being real.
I'm not.
For example, basically what you're saying is let's take the KD Warriors in the series. That's like a nigga saying taking them to Game 7 and beating them in Game 7. You'd be like they dominated them. Nigga, we just went to Game 7 and we just won by 2 points in Game 7. That's not domination. We won. Domination is if 4-1 or sweep. That's domination. It don't change because you're going against a great team or an ain't shit team. Domination doesn't change no matter who you play against. Domination is domination.
Okay. So if a team they sweep somebody, that's just a normal team.
Yes, that's domination. They dominated that team.
Cool. Now if they beat a great team 4-1,
that's still domination.
My point.
Domination doesn't change.
And that's all I'm saying.
But that's not what happened.
In what form?
I just told you. Now, if you play against a great team and you go to Game 7 and you was an underdog, let's say you go against, like I said, the KD Warriors, you're an underdog.
In what form are you talking about?
What do you mean?
You said it's not the same.
What's not the same?
You said it was the same as what?
Domination doesn't change. Yeah, 4-0, 4-1 is domination.
I'm talking about 4-1.
That's still domination. 4-1 is domination.
So it's the same thing I'm saying.
Okay, what is your point by saying that, though?
That's only a very different, a little amount that's different from what they're dominating against somebody else.
Yeah, I said, this is what you're saying. You're saying instead of beating a team 4-0 or 4-1, you're saying if you're going against a really great team and you're the underdog and you fuck around and go to Game 7 and beat them, that's basically what you're saying.
I didn't
you're saying
say
Tank
that.
is so great.
I just said what I said.
That Roach fought like that. That's what you're alluding to.
I just said what I said.
You saying a nigga dominated a nigga when you clearly didn't dominate a nigga.
I said dominating is 4-1.
Yes, I'm going back to the boxing thing though.
All right, go back to boxing.
You saying a nigga dominated a nigga when he didn't dominate a nigga, but you saying he dominated because he's going against a great and he fought it as good as he did. Domination, I'm telling you, domination doesn't change based on who you fight. That's why I said the basketball shit. 4-0, 4-1 is domination. If I go against the KD Warriors and I'm the underdog and we fuck around and go to Game 7 and win by a couple points, that's not domination. We did win, but that's not domination.
So
you giving them credit.
If the nigga Roach did the same performance against somebody else with a knockout, right? Mm-hmm. He dominated.
You act like a knockout. That's a big change, though. A knockout is a knockout. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
He dominated.
I mean, somewhat, yeah, because he technically won the fight. Yeah. And then
so with the same performance, right? And let's just say the nil counted as him really going down.
Even then, no.
A knockdown.
Okay.
With the same performance he had versus
he would have won.
Versus a knockout in the same performance against, depending on who it's against, it's different. It's a different type of dominance.
I mean, styles make fights though, so we can't just say if he had that same performance with somebody else, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to turn out the same.
What you mean?
If he fought that exact same way versus somebody else, we don't know how that turned out because styles make fights.
It's not about the style of the fight.
I'm saying.
It's about the energy, the strategy, the courage you have to put in is the same amount you got to put in, or probably more you got to put in to beat a great. And all them characteristics allow you to be dominant in sports. So in his situation, it's not clicking to you because you ain't watched another fight. So if you watch another different fight of Roach and you compare it to what you've seen, you like, okay, he dominated this fight, but it's the same fight. It's the same shit he doing over here. It's just this nigga didn't get knocked down. It's the same dominance.
And actually, Floyd versus Ricky Hatton. That's a better one.
No, nigga. We going to the one. They're not great. They not. Devontae Davis' greatness is not their greatness.
They lost.
No, even if before they lost, they wasn't
No,
that
before
good.
they lost, niggas was talking about Errol Spence like he was the shit.
No,
Before
that
they
was
lost, niggas was talking about Deontay Wilder like he's one of the
No.
greatest heavyweights ever.
No.
Don't mind mama niggas was attacking that.
who you
On
talking
the
to?
media, ESPN, all that shit.
Was
Before
what?
Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, when he
Uh-huh.
was knocking everybody out, they were saying he might be one of the greatest
Was
heavyweights
he
ever.
back?
His knockout rate was crazy to his wins. I think he knocked out everybody
So,
except one person
so
up
they
until that
was
point.
they right?
Huh?
Was they right?
Up until that point, yes, they was. You
What-
can't say they was right up until that point.
Was
You
they
saying they not great no more because they
it's
lost
not
now.
up to- it was not.
If
I'm
Tank
not-
if
I'm
Tank
not
got your L right
asking-
now, a bad L at that, the same thing will happen to him. That's the bad thing about boxing. Because once a nigga lose, especially badly, y'all want to say a nigga not great no more, but a nigga still was great. That's what's wrong with y'all niggas.
What you mean?
That's what niggas do in boxing.
What you mean when niggas doing boxing?
When niggas is being great and niggas is talking about them before they had that big loss or that crazy loss, whatever niggas had, y'all now say they not great no more because they had that crazy loss. But before that, they was great. Niggas is still great. They just had a crazy loss.
Give me another example of that.
I just told you one. Before Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury in them little situations, the niggas was talking
He
about he
not
was one of
great,
the
though.
greatest heavyweights ever based on his knockout rate. He was like fucking, I don't know what his record was, but I know he knocked out everybody except for one person up to that point, I think. That's crazy. They was comparing that nigga to Mike.
Was they right though?
Was they right? Up until that point, yes. You had to say they was right.
Was they right?
Up until that point, yes.
You making a question for me.
And technically, he only lost. Well, now he got a couple more
You
losses.
making my question
Now
for
you
me.
gotta-
I'm asking you one question.
What?
Was these people right about
Yes,
him
up
being?
until that point,
No,
yes.
you adding. That's not what my question is. My question is: was they correct about these athletes being great?
I think Errol Spence, yes. I think Deontay Wilder, no, because he never was good at boxing. But that's heavyweight, though. They knock niggas out, so.
Only time I heard about Earl Spencer is when the fight was going on. Yeah, if you knew boxing, you knew other niggas, but nobody gave a fuck about him being.
First of all,
great.
we not about to act like, bro, he was the
Nobody
favorite going into
nigga-
that fight, right?
It don't matter if he was the favorite.
So niggas eating bud, niggas is eating bud.
No,
Niggas was
they
eating
wasn't.
bud. He wasn't even a favorite in that fight. So how is Errol Spence not
Nobody
great?
knew Bud.
I'm saying, so how is Errol
Nobody
Spence
knew
not great?
Bud.
Niggas is
Nobody
eating.
knew
I'm
Bud.
saying niggas is eating bud right now.
Is he great?
Is he great? Yeah, I would say so.
If he knew lose to Canelo, is he great?
I think he's still great. I think
No.
that's the problem with niggas.
No.
That's the problem with boxing right there. Exactly what
No.
you just said. If he loses to Canelo, is he still great?
Who
That's
did
the
he
problem
fight?
right there. Huh?
Who did he fight?
It don't matter who he fought. His
It
resume.
do.
It don't matter who he fought.
It do
He fought
matter.
enough to get to this point.
To
You
lose.
can say that about everybody. Another thing,
To
with the who he
lose.
fight, because and that go back to my point. It always go back to who he fought, and then niggas want to discredit niggas after niggas lose.
How can you be great if you lose
That's crazy. That's crazy. You said that.
to this nigga that's great?
That's crazy. You just said that. You know. So who? So I'm gonna ask you this: who is considered great then? Who is considered greats in boxing then? Because all them niggas got L's. Especially the niggas that we call the greatest, the Mike Tysons, the Muhammad Ali.
Gervonta don't have an L.
Okay. So if you have an L on your record, you're not great no more.
What I'm saying is,
I'm asking
I'm
you.
only talking about Gervonta right
Answer
now.
that question though. So if you have an L, you're not great no more.
What I'm saying is, I'm only
You're going around the
talking.
question.
No, I'm not. You've been going around with my questions. I'm saying Gervonta is a different type of greatness than the dumbass shit you saying that's great.
All these niggas was a different type of greatness until they lost.
And my thing,
Because if Gervonta loses next fight, you're not gonna be talking like this. And that's the problem with boxing. Facts. If Gervonta
how
loses
is
next fight,
you
you're not gonna be talking
how
like this.
is you great if Roach can beat you?
Okay, so back to my point. So who is great? If you have a loss in the record, are you great? I'm asking you, since you talking like this.
Who is considered great?
All the niggas that's considered great got L's. I'll tell you that much.
No, who is considered?
Roy Jones Jr., L's, multiple. Mike Tyson, niggas look at him as the greatest heavyweight ever, multiple. And he lost in the prime of his career to a no name.
The greatest what?
To a no name.
Hold on.
He lost to a fucking no name.
He the greatest.
And don't say Mike Tyson not great. That's the first name niggas like to bring up. First of all,
I said who's the greatest?
who's the greatest? Floyd? I guess you could say Floyd,
or whoever.
and then niggas say Ali for other reasons.
Okay.
And Ali got mad L's. He got context to his career though, but yeah. And it was a different era. Niggas fought each other multiple times.
Okay. So Gervonta is in that category of records.
Gervonta is in that category. What you mean?
Like his record is with them niggas. That's what you just named.
And them niggas got L's. All of them except Floyd.
So who would be the best out of all the records?
You going off records, Floyd.
Okay, so what would he have to do to be considered the greatest?
Who?
Gervonta.
I mean, he's not going to have 50 fights.
It's not about having 50
He's not going to have 50 fights, and then he got to draw now. So,
but if you lose now, it's impossible for you to beat this record.
I mean, technically speaking, it's already impossible right now.
If you lose, though, it's no conversation.
It's not a conversation now, though.
How?
Because he has a draw, and he's not nowhere near. What, he got 30 fights? Did he even got 30 fights?
Yes, he do.
And he said he's about to retire soon. He said he probably got 4 or 5 fights. So let's say he retired with 36-0-1 because he got a draw. It's still not possible. 50-0, no draw.
So he had to get 50. He had to get 50 fights.
I mean, should be considered the greatest? Yeah, because he's fighting in damn near the same weight class as Floyd too.
Right. So if the nigga lose, then that means he should be considered the greatest if he chases somebody's record at that point, right?
I mean, he's not going to be considered anyway. I just told you that, though. Regardless. Because one, he has a draw, and two, he's not going to win 50 fights. He's probably going to stop around 30-something. So he has no chance of being greater than Floyd anyway.
But that's what you look at as being great. Like, you want to get an A.
You said the greatest.
Right.
And you said record-wise, too, on top of that. You said greatest record-wise.
Right. So you like, okay, if I want to get an A, these are the answers to the test. That's how you look at the greatest of what's going on.
Based on the criteria you just said. You said who's the greatest record-wise. That's exactly what you said.
Right.
So based on that, Floyd Mayweather would be the greatest.
Right.
And a little Mexican nigga, I forgot his name, but he got like 60-something, I forgot.
And Gervonta's record is not off from the greatest.
Yeah, but he's never going to get there because he's not going to have enough wins. And he
who
got a
care?
draw. I just told you.
Who care about that part? What I'm saying is, if your record is up with the greatest, then how are you not considered great? Right?
I never said he's not considered a great though.
Okay, the other niggas you name is not considered with no greatest.
Why? How? And that goes back to my question that you
talk about conversation. I'm talking about realistically.
I'm saying that goes back to my question. Then this is based on what you saying and your criteria. So who is great based on your criteria? Because all the niggas I just named are widely considered greats in one of the greatest boxers ever, and they all have multiple L's and have some embarrassing losses too. Mike Tyson mainly. And he's undoubtedly one of the greatest heavyweights ever. And he has an embarrassing loss to nobody in his prime of his career. And he got multiple losses.
We found a boxer that don't feel everything you're talking about. We say he's the greatest, which is Floyd.
You just ignored that though, what I just said. You keep ignoring
because
it.
It's nothing about ignoring it because you naming other boxers.
Because you talking about this great shit. You talking about this great shit, and you make it seem like you can't be great if you have a loss. That's what you making it seem like. So I'm asking who is considered great? You're not answering it.
If you chasing greatness, we only looking at Floyd as the great, right?
The greatest. It's other greats. It's multiple greats. Stop doing that. It's multiple greats.
To you.
So it's not multiple greats to you. So it's only one great boxer.
I'm just saying.
Up until this point.
I'm just saying you are very open to who you giving the great to. So
I'm telling you, I'm not even telling you my opinion. So I'm telling you what widely considered.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Widely considered. Nigga, Mike Tyson. You can't tell me Mike Tyson is considered great.
I'm not asking you for widely considered. I'm asking for your opinion.
Them niggas are great still.
Cool. With them being great, they're not on the level of greatness as Gervonta.
That's crazy. But okay.
How is that crazy?
All right, you got it.
If you think Gervonta level in record and everything he done in boxing is close to a Wilder.
I didn't say Wilder. I stopped even talking about that nigga.
Who else you talking
about?
Now
when you talking about greatness, I kept saying Ali, Mike Tyson, and Floyd. We've been talking about them three niggas this whole time.
And if his record better than them niggas, the other niggas, then what that make him?
I mean, there's context to everything. I never said he wasn't great though. You make it seem like I said the nigga wasn't great.
My point. So my thing is, whoever you use in your examples has to meet this nigga type of greatness.
So that goes
and you
back,
still no.
Back to my question.
That goes back to that goes back to what you look at greatness.
You keep ignoring it.
No. Everybody knows this nigga is the greatest.
I'm about to ask you this last question. And you answer it. I'm done. Who is considered great to you then?
I just said Floyd. I keep saying it.
That's it. Is that it?
I
Yes
named
or no?
one person that's great.
Is that it? Yes or no?
No, I gave you a rubric. I gave you a scale.
Who is considered great?
Floyd. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me saying Floyd?
Is that it?
Floyd.
That's it.
Now.
Is that it?
Gervonta record is right there with his.
Is anybody else?
Hold on. Mike won 6 rings.
Okay.
Kobe won 5.
He has seasons of not doing shit too. On top of that,
Kobe won 5.
Okay.
Kobe would have to be great if he's this close to the greatest.
Okay, what's your point?
So, if I'm talking about somebody dominating Kobe or some type of form of competing with Kobe and taking Kobe to over the edge and making Kobe lose, I'm not going to compare that to the motherfucking whoever just went to an All-Star game.
Gilbert Arenas gave Kobe 60.
Gilbert Arenas didn't stick the nigga the whole game.
Gilbert Arenas gave a nigga 60 though.
He didn't stick him the whole game.
Gilbert Arenas gave a nigga 60. You just said somebody that dominated Kobe, he gave the nigga 60.
Did he stick him
the whole game? You're
not
comparing a nigga to an All-Star. He was literally an All-Star a couple of NBA.
Did he stick him in the whole game?
And Gilbert is not considered great. And he gave Kobe 60.
So
that's domination. Regardless if the nigga stick him or not, he gave the nigga 60. That's domination.
Did Kobe stick him?
Cut it out.
Did Kobe stick him?
Don't matter. Yes, Kobe stuck him.
The whole game.
Majority of the game, yes, that was his matchup. And Kobe guards his matchup.
Is it a majority of the game? No, because he's point guard. So Kobe don't have to stick him.
I'm saying Kobe's gonna guard. Stop it, bro.
What are you talking about? Stop it. What?
Kobe guards the best player on the other team most of the time. Especially at that time. That was in what was that, 06? So when his team was ass?
No, we could just go to the game, which we gonna go to. I'm about to prove my point with this.
You can go to it. Most of the brothers don't be.
No, he's not guarding them the whole time, bro.
Obviously, it's basketball. Nobody guards each other the whole time.
All right, so him dominating. Okay, so him dominating Kobe is irrelevant because I'm talking about people that dominated greats. And it looked like they didn't dominate them, but they did dominate them. So, in the same breath, if you feel like Gilbert dominated Kobe, that means I will have to see him score 80 against an All-Star for me to believe that. You get what I'm saying?
No.
How could you dominate somebody that's great, but you can't dominate somebody that's normal?
And boxing styles make fights.
Boxing style make fights.
And niggas don't prepare the same for every fight. That's another thing. That we could talk about John Jones. John Jones is the greatest UFC fighter ever.
We'll do that.
And he comes in certain fights, he might have a weaker matchup and not look as dominant versus a better matchup.
You can name any All-Star, but they're not Kobe. So you can name any boxer, they're not on the same greatness as Gervonta.
All right, we go with this at the end of the day.
Like that's the point.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Domination doesn't change. Period. You give it a nigga credit because he's going against a great boxer and he fought a good fight, so you're saying he dominated him. No, domination doesn't change. If you dominate a nigga, you dominate a nigga. Just because you're going against a great, you still got to dominate him the same way that you would dominate another nigga.
No, it's impossible.
Dominated how? Because we've seen greats get dominated.
Because
we've seen greats get dominated. I just named you Mike Tyson multiple times. He's a great and got dominated before by a weak ass nigga.
Who's weak?
What was the nigga name that beat him? His mama passed or some shit like that. He beat Mike Tyson ass in the prime of his career. And he lost the next fight too.
Mike Tyson
Yes,
has not came out of my mouth not once.
I hear you.
So, like I said, when it come down to the greatness of
Greats
Gervonta,
get dominated, by the way. We're not about to do that. In every sport. In every sport, greats get dominated. Stop it. We just watched fucking Patrick Mahomes get his ass blew the fuck out by the Bucks a couple years ago. Blew the fuck out in the Super Bowl. Was looking like shit.
and then the Bucks play who? Who else in the Super Bowl?
Nigga, that was the one time they went to the Super Bowl recently.
They didn't play nobody else.
No, they played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And then Tom Brady won, and then he played like a year or two more.
They didn't go to
retired.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
They didn't. Are you sure? Look that up,
The
dude.
Buccaneers?
Yeah, dude.
No, they didn't. I don't have to look that up. I know they didn't go to the Super Bowl. They won that Super Bowl, and then he had two shitty ass seasons. Or no, he lost one in the playoffs, and he didn't make the playoffs the other one, I believe. And then he retired.
That's cap.
I know they didn't go to the Super Bowl again, guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure that's how the last two seasons went.
And you saying that Patrick Mahomes was dominated?
In that Super Bowl versus the Bucks, yeah. What was the score? I think they got blew out. You can search it up.
And I can believe it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what?
Because Tom Brady was on the team. You
Tom-
just said greats don't get dominated, though.
No, hold
That's
on.
why I said that.
Hold on. But Tom Brady, I said, when you dominate a great, you have to demonstrate you dominating a regular opponent even worse. So they both on the same level. That's my whole point with this
So
whole
one just got
thing.
dominated. You just said you can't dominate a great. It's impossible. That's literally what you just said.
No, you
Patrick
said,
Mahomes got dominated in the Super Bowl.
okay, with that being true, right?
Mhm.
Tom Brady did that, or his team did that, whatever. But I didn't see Tom Brady and his team dominate not great teams.
Pistons dominated Kobe and Shaq in the finals, 4-1.
Okay.
And held them under fucking like, I think 90 points every game. Held them like 85, 86 points every game.
Okay.
Dominated. Two greats on top of that.
So when they play other teams,
And none of them niggas on the other team was great for real. If
So-
you really want to talk a level of greatness.
so when they play other teams, they shown that they can have way better defense on other teams.
That's cool. Now you just saying
Right,
some
so
whole
they-
other shit. But I'm
no,
sticking to the
no,
point that you
no,
said.
no.
You said out your mouth, dominate. Greats don't get dominated. It's impossible. I just named you multiple instances where greats got dominated.
In the way of you saying the Patrick Mahomes shit is him young going against a great.
Nobody on that Pistons team is great, especially not on the level of greatness of Kobe and Shaq. So what do you say to that? And they got 4-1.
They dominated
Okay.
because they showed proof of them dominating lower
I'm saying
teams.
they dominated two greats and they had no greats on their side.
What I'm saying
For real.
is the domination was true, and I believe it because they dominated the whole league that year. They didn't just dominate the Lakers,
I'm gonna let you have it, man. You wrong.
and when they dominated, was it a sweep?
4-1.
4-1.
Yes.
Did they sweep everybody else?
The Pistons, I don't know. I know it was 4-1 in the finals.
So they demonstrated dominance through the whole process. That's the type of dominance I'm talking about.
But how they dominated with no greats on their team and then they going against other greats? Mister, you can't dominate greats.
And not dominate normal opponents. You just, like you said, you just had a good day. You just had a good day.
That's a series, though. That's different.
What I'm saying is, you will have to show me you dominating people that's not great for me to believe that what you did over here is what it is. Because if you can beat a team, sweep a team, that's dominating. You can go 4-1. That's dominating. That's my whole point. That's dominating. But you can't. My whole thing about me saying this is you're saying, "Oh boy, didn't dominate because he didn't win because it was a draw."
No. I say he didn't dominate because he just didn't dominate.
Okay, and you saying he didn't dominate, right? And I said when you're dominated and great, it's not gonna look the same as you dominating a normal athlete.
I just named you multiple instances where greats got dominated the same way that them other niggas got dominated.
Who? Them greats not you didn't name the greats I'm talking about.
I just named Patrick Mahomes.
He was young.
Man, I just named Kobe and Shaq.
And Tom Brady done it before.
And I just named Kobe and Shaq.
You named the Pistons, which dominated the whole league that year. You named Tom Brady.
You're still going around what you're saying.
No, you're giving me.
You just said that.
No.
It's not the same as you dominating other niggas. And I just named you two instances where greats got dominated the same way that them other niggas got dominated. Facts. So
what great?
What you just said was
what
I
great?
just named both of those instances off the top of my head. Mahomes got dominated just like the rest of them niggas
By
did.
who?
Kobe and Shaq got dominated
By
just
who?
like the rest of them niggas
By
did.
who?
And nobody in the Pistons is
By
great.
who?
Nobody in the Pistons is great. And Kobe
Who said
got
that?
dominated.
Who said you have to be? Who said you have to get dominated by a great?
You just said when you dominate a great, it's not gonna look at the same as when you dominate the other niggas.
Yes.
And I just named you two instances where greats got dominated the same way that the other niggas did. Facts.
And you said the Pistons
4-1 Kobe and Shaq. Yes.
dominated like they dominated everybody else.
Probably worse, because I'm pretty sure they had better series leading up to
you
that.
You just named it. You just saying shit. That's not true.
Check it. I'm pretty sure.
So you just saying shit. Okay, wait. You just talking.
So did they beat other series every series 4-1?
They were sweeping shit.
Go to it.
They swept shit.
Go check their playoffs.
No, I'm about to show you everything in order to show you how you wrong.
You've been wrong this whole time. I'm arguing in circles at this point.
No, we didn't get to it yet.
Because we started off the conversation.
No.
Saying greats can get dominated. I just named about 6-7 instances where greats got dominated. Then you said they get dominated because other greats on the other side. Then I named another instance where greats really wasn't on the other side and they dominated greats. So I'm just naming it after back to back, and you keep going around saying some other shit.
The main conversation, I'll keep going to that because you're getting clouded by me saying a statement into the whole argument. The whole argument started from this point. If this point don't stick to you, you can just move on to the next subject. Because this point is the main purpose of me even reacting or saying anything else that have to do with the main subject. The main subject is we said that when you dominate somebody, it might not look like you're dominating as if you was to dominate somebody else. So if we're not talking about that, it doesn't relate.
I'm talking about that though. That's literally what I was talking about.
Right. So in that example, Detroit beat other teams in the NBA worse than they beat the fucking Lakers. So hold on. So I respect and I know and I can say it confidently. The Pistons dominated the Lakers. I can say it confidently. Tom Brady dominated Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't go over my head like it went over your head that Gervonta got dominated. And the only reason why I say it might not look like that, because you will have to see the other nigga dominate somebody that's not on a Gervonta level. That was my main purpose of saying that.
I'm going back to the same point that I said.
No, it's nothing about going back to nothing. Stay on that point.
I am.
Stay on that point.
Domination doesn't change. I don't know why you're not getting that.
If it don't change, if it don't change, it don't make sense for me to believe it because I would have to see it done to different variations of athletes that you're going against. If not, you had a good Sunday. You had a good game. You didn't have the different fighting styles that didn't match up. Whatever
you're saying that the whole time, though. Now you just saying what I've been saying the whole time.
No, I'm not. What I'm stating is, if you happen to beat a nigga, one of them things can be true. But if I seen you beating niggas 21-0, 30 here, and you didn't beat the number one team in the league by 10 points, that's dominating to me. If the Hornets was to beat the Celtics by 10, and then they was to go beat the Blazers by 35 the next game, I'm going to go say the Hornets are dominating this week. But if the Hornets ends up losing to the Blazers or only beating the Blazers by 10 points, and then they end up beating the Celtics by 10 points, that's letting me know that they had a lucky game, a good game, something didn't go right. That's not dominance.
And I go back to what I was saying. You giving a nigga credit for playing against competition, playing well against competition. That's not domination.
No,
domination doesn't change. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Give a nigga credit for playing against good competition.
And I said, you probably feel like he's not dominating because you haven't seen him box nobody else up.
It doesn't matter. I can see what I'm watching. I see he's not dominated this nigga.
And I can see what I'm watching. And I can tell you, from my point of view, my opinion, he did.
I think that's what it is. That's what it is. But I'm telling you, domination doesn't change.
And then I'm about to walk you down. Bro.
I'm putting it in 1v1 terms. If I play a nigga that's not that good at ones and I beat him 30-10, that's domination. And I play a top 3 best 1v1 player in the world and I beat this nigga 30-24, that's not domination, but I won. That's not domination. I beat this nigga by 3 buckets.
He number 2 in the world and you beat him by 6 points. He not even supposed to win.
Once again, you giving niggas credit for being an underdog and playing against competition.
They dominated.
That's not how domination works.
All right.
That's not how domination works.
Well, both are fainting. And Canelo, the folks that saw them train. Flashes the jab. Canelo with the high guard.
Canelo been sharp on defense thus far, too. And he is composed and out for it, backing up again. Lead right hand.
Of course, the lead with Mayweather. Final minute or 2, and Alvarez is trying very hard not to. Nice counter.
So you said Floyd dominated him.
I think
challenging the
and that's what Canelo's being smart right
So
now.
why you can't talk about the greatness? That's my only reason why I started this conversation with the greats, because
it really don't matter what I say because you named one nigga to be great. So it don't matter who I name. You only named one nigga because you ignored all the other questions I was asking. So I really don't. You shouldn't be watching nothing right now.
I'm giving the perspective of yo great and my great is 2 different greats.
You named one nigga.
Tried to counter him but couldn't. On offense, still trying to measure.
And if you want to count 10, you name 2 undefeated niggas. So I asked you the question. You're not undefeated in the boxing. You're not great.
Ain't that mean
keep
great?
ignoring that.
Ain't that mean great? I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't that mean great?
You keep ignoring that question.
Ain't that mean great?
So if you're not undefeated, you're
It's Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is a great quarterback. It's a yes or no question. And based on your answer, I can tell if I'm gonna keep going or I'm gonna stop.
He's going to have to be desperate.
Is he a great quarterback?
Yes.
Beginning to converse with Mayweather.
Shots there now moving out.
He's a great quarterback.
And now
running 2 jabs of on him. Man's control of the fight so far.
Yes. You learning you use a great solution.
All right, cool. I'm done.
in the third. They're counter left hand by Mayweather. Canelo just misses with the right.
All right, so give me a number. Give me a number. Give me a number of Grayson. He's waiting Mahomes and Joe Montana, right?
Catch it out of the keys, and he's going to need to bring.
Okay. And then in basketball, what do you do?
Straight right hand.
You want to say Jordan, Bron, and Kobe?
Right hand.
Or however you want to line it
Mayweather
up.
off the jab.
Okay, and then in boxing would be who? In your eyes, it would be. Let me think of.
You know why nobody's in that duration great?
There's Mayweather.
Who dominated?
Mayweather is not throwing the right hand, then moving away to him to jab a lot more.
Somebody needs to dominate. No, we just answered. See, we just got to the bottom of it. To be great, you must dominate. That's a gym. To be great, you must dominate.
Low by Canelo. A jab. And a jab from
Yo niggas is you name.
So Roy Jones Jr. in his prime was dominating everybody in his prime.
He get whooped on. He not bleeding. I just told you. I
don't think there's a heavyweight. Hold on. I don't even think there's a heavyweight that is under dude.
You 25.
All heavyweights got losses.
You 24.
So there's no great heavyweight. I'm asking you.
24.
All heavyweights have losses.
You're 24.
So there's no great heavyweights.
Yo, great. He's not great to me.
So everybody losing basketball. So I'm confused. So what makes them niggas? They all got losses.
Now Canelo targets the body.
I'm asking you. I'm asking a question. Dominate, right? You dominated air, right?
You named your three.
Because there
I
are
asked you, and I said yes or no. I named three. I asked you.
Okay, stop asking me. Start telling me what you got going. Who your top.
This is about you. This is your criteria. This isn't my criteria.
Nah, it's not about me. We having a conversation.
This is about you.
What is
You got a crazy criteria.
I don't want you to keep going into the conversation, not give me your opinion. Because now it's just information in
no.
Yes.
Information is coming from your criteria.
No.
It's not making sense.
See, you're putting your perspective on what I got going.
I'm not. I'm asking you. I'm not even putting my perspective. You telling me to put my perspective about my.
I never had a conversation. I never started a sentence saying my criteria.
Actually, over time, you said yeah.
I never said my criteria for boxing is X, Y, Z, 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 Z.
Did you or did you not say yeah?
No. State if I said anything about my criteria being anything.
Did you or did you not say yeah?
Why are you not answering what I'm saying?
You basically said your criteria when you said yeah. That's what I'm trying to get through your head. Because I asked you if you're not undefeated in boxing, you're not great. You said basically yeah.
What I'm getting to is you going off of what you trying to get. Is it anybody in the NBA that you feel like is better than them? In general. In the world, every life, through all the eras, do you feel like there's any nigga better than of your grace that you said that was great?
You said that too.
That's it. That's the bottom line.
You first on the conversation, you was talking about records. That's where it all started at.
I never brought up a record.
Stop.
I said you keep trying to compare people that's nowhere near on Gervonta level.
That's why we was talking about the undefeated shit. You was talking about records.
No, I'm trying to give you a perspective of where this nigga Gervonta at, because you're not understanding. You're not fucking understanding.
So if he on that level, man, that's credit. Domination is not domination on change. I don't know why you anyway.
And in this 12th round now,
nah, bro.
He fought a very good fight.
You about to go to that fight?
Nah, bro. I'm not going to that fight. I'm not going to that fight. Nah, but I ain't going to that fight. Because there's no point. Because now I get it. Yeah, I get it. I asked you a question. You deflect.
I didn't deflect. I answered your question. What question did you even ask me?
I said
you've been deflecting questions.
No, I'm not.
Keep it
you just want me to say some shit that make you sound good.
Nah, you just been deflecting questions.
No, I'm not about to. No, you trying to twist the question.
I'm not twisting the question. I'm basing my question off of what you said.
Who better than them three?
I just said I don't feel like niggas is better than them.
All right, that's it.
But it's niggas that have resumes better than them.
That's it. Who's better than them?
Just like it's niggas that got records better than niggas.
No, I never said nothing about record. I'm talking about.
See, now this is contradiction though. This is contradiction. We talking about basketball, right? You said, is it anybody you felt like is better than them niggas, right?
Yeah.
And then I said it's niggas that has resumes better than them niggas. And then in boxing, it could be niggas that got a better record than niggas, but would not be a better boxer than niggas. But you don't believe that apparently.
Because Gervonta didn't knock niggas out. He got a 90% knockout rate. It's deeper than just a record. It's deeper than what you see. Okay. The nigga is great.
Okay.
So right. He's not a wilder. He's not a wilder. He's not a wilder. He's not a wilder. He's never a wilder. Never ever will be a wilder. Not half of a wilder. He not nothing close to a wilder.
Okay. What's the point of that?
You said you started bringing up. That's what the conversation started from.
Yeah, it started because I said before, because you were saying these niggas wasn't great. And I said before
they
that loss, and once again, go back to boxing.
It wasn't true. Was it true?
Was it true? Before that loss,
no, it's not about no. Fuck before. Fuck before. No.
Fuck go back to what this mindset is. You think niggas got L's and niggas ain't great no more because they got an L. That's the problem with boxing.
How can you be great if you getting knocked out?
Because in every sport, niggas lose. Every great nigga in every sport lost.
Ain't somebody better than
period. The only niggas that's undefeated, it's only 4 niggas in boxing or 3 niggas in boxing that's undefeated, period.
Ain't somebody better than Kobe LeBron.
So that's crazy.
Ain't somebody better than Kobe LeBron.
That's opinionated.
Name.
That's opinionated.
Give me your opinion.
I said I don't think it is, but it's other niggas that do think it is.
So you say you don't think it is. So let's go
off of your niggas that have
your opinion.
Kareem has a better resume than Kobe Bryant.
Going off of your opinion.
Kareem has a better resume than Kobe Bryant.
Going off of your opinion.
I said no.
Go off of your opinion. Let's just go off your opinion.
Okay.
Cool. That's it. We going off your opinion. So go
on my opinion, Mike Tyson is better than a lot of niggas that could be undefeated.
But he got whooped.
Okay.
So there's
no
got him out the way.
Once again, I'm saying there's no heavyweight that's undefeated.
That's why I never named no heavyweight to be great.
That's crazy. So I'm gonna leave it there. That's what I said.
When the heavyweight dominated.
Mike Tyson in his prime was dominating.
He got whooped.
Ali in his prime was dominating.
You keep talking about prime. So you keep talking about prime. You keep talking about prime.
So Tom Brady didn't dominate the NFL. He didn't. Because he won 3 championships, and it took him a whole 10 years or 11 years to win
better than Tom Brady?
It don't matter. You said domination.
He did dominate.
How? He didn't dominate the whole era. He won 3 championships and then took 10 years to get another one.
Ooh.
Tom Brady. He won a championship in 2000.
He got 7 rings.
I know, but I'm saying he won a championship. You said to dominate an era.
I say era. You keep
to dominate the NFL, whatever.
To
dominate the NFL, whatever. It took him a whole 10 years to get his 4th ring after he won them 3.
Who cares?
Facts. So what happened in between that 10 years of how much he dominated? What happened?
He has 7 rings.
What happened? Do not answer my question. What happened to the domination between them 10 years?
7 rings, dude.
What happened between them 10 years that he didn't win shit?
Who's better than Tom Brady?
What happened between them 10 years of that domination? What happened? Why he didn't win shit in them 10 years? Since he dominated so much.
So
niggas lose. Period. That's my point. Niggas lose and still go dominate.
All right, go back.
Period.
So let's go back to Mike, because that's the only reason why you keep bringing up this point.
I didn't even say nothing about Mike, but go ahead.
You ain't never seen the Mike fight live.
Oh, you talking about Tyson? I thought you talking about Jordan.
You ain't never seen the Mike fight live. Okay.
But I know niggas was scared to get in the ring with him, and he was dominating in his prime.
And he
knocked niggas out in the first round.
But he lost though.
And Tom Brady didn't win the 4th Super Bowl in 10 years. And you just said he still dominated the NFL.
Who got more knockouts?
So what happened in them 10 years?
Who got more knockouts? Tyson?
Where was the domination in them 10 years? I'm not going past it. Where was the domination in them 10 years?
You said what?
Where was the domination in between them 10 years till Tom Brady won his 4th championship?
How many years was Tom Brady in the league?
20-something.
20.
23, 22.
23.
I'm just asking where was the domination in between them 10 years. You just say he dominated, which I agree he did dominate. But my point is niggas could lose and still dominate because he didn't win shit for them 10 years. And you just say he still dominated the NFL. Facts.
What's dominating to you as a quarterback?
Nigga, winning 7 Super Bowls is domination. If you want to say something about domination, I guess.
All right, so next.
I don't even use that word.
All right, so what we talking about?
I'm just point out the fact that niggas lose and still get dominated.
Facts. It's not about the
because you make it seem like if niggas lose, niggas didn't dominate shit, which isn't true. He lost 10 years in a row. He lost 10 years, and he got his feet whooped for 10 years straight without winning
boxing.
Shit. And he got his feet whooped for 10 years straight without winning shit.
Who?
Tom Brady. If we using these analogies, facts.
It's football.
Now it's football. Okay.
I can dominate with my passing yards. My offense can dominate. And I still
so all that shit includes the domination. All that shit includes the domination, right? The shit you just named includes the domination, right?
He had MVP within that 10 years.
Okay, cool. All that shit includes
the
domination.
Not dominated?
Right? All that shit includes the domination, right?
Okay, yeah.
So Peyton Manning is also great, right? I'm just asking. He only got 2 Super Bowls, by the way.
We went back to that top 3.
You just said MVPs, yards, and all that shit. Peyton Manning is top 3 in all those stats.
Is he better than the top 3?
So if you're not in the top 3, you not.
To me, yeah.
Okay.
I've been said that. I've been standing on that this whole time.
All right, we got nothing to talk about.
My point. And Gervonta got more knockouts than Tyson. That's what I'm saying. It's a good story. Like Tyson got a good storyline, but you over for your age group.
So where do you think? Well, I know your opinion, but I'm asking you, where do you think boxing? I don't know, analysts and whoever fuck do that boxing shit. Where do you think they rank tank right now, all time, in boxing? Period.
Up there, not after that Jordan.
Up there where? Because I'm telling you right now, them niggas wouldn't have him top 3.
Before
I promise you they wouldn't have him top 3.
Before the draw?
I promise you they wouldn't have him top 3.
Before the draw, yeah.
Now it's before the draw. I can say that about all the niggas I just named before they lost. That's what I was saying earlier. So that shit is irrelevant.
But I'm not a normal.
So all that shit is irrelevant.
I'm not a normal Gervonta fan, and then I just stated in the first 2-3 minutes that the nigga got dominated. That's what this whole conversation is about. What you want me to do?
So is Roach now all-time great? He an all-time great now off of that fight, and we don't know the rest of the niggas he fight. So you gonna talk about who he fought to? You said something about who somebody fought earlier.
You also help for the people to understand that he can't not lose. If he don't lose, then he can do that. He can carry that on if he don't lose.
So if he was to retire, what do you got? 28 fights? He might not even have that. The Roach nigga.
Nah, he probably not that. Wow.
So if he was to retire right now, he all-time great because he retired undefeated. And the other niggas, so he's ahead of all the niggas that got losses, right? Apparently, using your logic, he's ahead of all the niggas that got losses.
How?
Because he has no loss. And he just dominated Tank in your mind.
Gervonta has 30-something wins with 28 knockouts or some shit like that.
I'm not comparing him to Tank. I'm just saying
that's
all the niggas that got losses.
That's the only thing I've been talking about.
Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about all them niggas that got losses that you said is not great. If Roach was to retire right now, he's ahead of them niggas, right?
The niggas that's not great.
The niggas that got losses that's not great in your mind.
Which is who?
All the Wilders, the Tysons, the Alis, all them niggas.
I never said nothing about Ali. I put him up there with the greats, right?
He got more losses than them other niggas I named.
But he dominated though.
I'm done, Greg.
He dominated though.
I'm done.
He didn't dominate?
I'm done. I'm not saying I said he did. But when I talk about other niggas dominating while still losing, you ignored it. So I'm done. The moral of this, domination don't change. You can't give a nigga credit because he going against competition.
If you got Jones, it's just like how the NBA
Roy Jones Jr. prime was one of the best primes ever, by the way.
You got Holyfield.
You don't jack him.
You got Holyfield. I ain't about jacking shit. You keep talking about greats.
Roy Jones, you just said that, what's his name? Who we just was talking about? Ali. You just said when Ali was in prime, he dominated, even though he got more losses than niggas. Roy Jones Jr. prime.
Ali and Jones Jr. don't even go together.
Whatever.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Roy Jones Jr.
Just
prime
get more educated on this conversation.
How they don't go together?
If we'll get back with you.
How they don't go together?
Well, why would they go together? Jones Jr.
First of all, I'm not even comparing the two. I'm just talking about niggas' careers in primes. Because you just said Ali dominated in his prime pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. If Jones is out here doing this shit, right? Holyfield out here doing this shit, right? Mike Tyson out here doing this shit, right? It's impossible for you to tell me out of these men is one that's super dominating them, all of them. Now, if that was the case, whoever would have dominated each other out of that era would be named one of the greatest of all time and probably better than Floyd. But since that didn't, hold on, let me give you some game, nigga.
I'm saying he would have a loss.
Let me give you some game. Why would Floyd have a loss? Floyd wasn't.
I'm not talking about Floyd. I'm talking. You said if a nigga that boxed in that era with all them niggas that boxed in that era
and dominated that area. If it was the nigga in that era to dominate that era.
So domination means no L's. I'm asking.
Dude, just listen to me. Just don't lose. Don't lose to these niggas. Don't lose to Jones. Don't lose to Holyfield. If you claim you the great, you can't lose to these niggas. Right? So what I'm saying is, if none of these niggas lost to one another, if it was just one, that one would be the greatest of the whole boxing all time.
So using your logic, how did Ali dominate then? Using your logic.
Listen.
Because now you just contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. Because we went from top 3 and you was like, oh,
I was done after that. And then you said Ali did dominate. And then that's
no. Because I just show you how he dominated. Like you can just see it. Sometimes you can just see domination. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see the domination.
So how did Mike not dominate then? If you could see the domination, how did Mike not dominate? Knocking niggas out in the first round, 30 seconds. Niggas is running out the ring not to fight this
Jones nigga. Doing it.
In what way did he not dominate?
Jones was doing the same thing.
He dominated too.
Holyfield was doing the same thing. Stop trying to argue with me.
I'm not arguing.
Just listen to some games.
You gotta make sense though.
I'm making sense.
Nah.
If one of these niggas was to be undefeated, let's just say that. Since you won,
Ali wasn't undefeated though, and you just say he dominated.
Leave Ali. That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna understand. You're not. No. It's not about
I get it now. I get it.
It's not about content. No. You're not getting it because you keep bringing up Ali. Ali ain't got nothing to do with what I'm trying to explain to you right now. That's why you're not getting it because you keep trying to figure out what Ali got to do with this conversation.
Nah.
No, it's not. It's not.
That you just contradicted on.
It's not about no criteria. I never gave it to you. No, I never did. I never said my criteria is X, Y, Z. I'm never gonna do that for you. Because that's what you want, and I'm not giving it to you.
Go ahead.
No, I never said it.
Go ahead.
What I said my criteria is.
Go ahead.
My criteria is.
First of all, you said if you're not top 3, you're not great. You did say that. Facts. We could go back and record it.
That's not my criteria, though.
All right, go ahead.
Them, because when you look in the NBA, them top 3 holds my criteria. Same thing with boxing. Same thing with baseball, same thing with everything else. My criteria changes for every sport because it's different things that you can do with every sport to make you great. So back to what I was saying. If these niggas was all in the same field, in the same time zone with each other, and if it was one out of them that was undefeated, let's say if it was Tyson. Tyson would be looked at as the greatest of all time amongst all men, including Floyd. But since they was fighting against each other, warring against each other, nobody can hold that great. Nobody can hold that because it's so debatable. You get what I'm saying? If you got whooped by this nigga whooped this nigga whooped that nigga, this nigga, we don't know who greater amongst you niggas. So we gotta just move on to the next level. My point. So we have to go with what we see. That's why I tried to go through the Floyd shit so you can see him go through a nigga that was great. Right? So when we talk about niggas being great, I don't want you to think I don't think that they don't deserve flowers. I feel like that era was the best era of boxing.
That's why all them niggas got L's.
Right. But it stopped their legacy because it's just what it is. It's just how the world work. Now, if them niggas could have been born a different time zone, where one could have been born 5 years after and got lucky, and he would have been the greatest. It's just how it just ended up. I'm sorry.
So that make none of them niggas great in your eyes.
No. I just gave you an example. If somebody would have dominated,
that's why I just asked you. So that make none of them niggas great in your eyes.
No, what I'm saying is it's fucked up because you go from not having the greatest to having the best era in boxing. So it's like, which one you want to carry? Because if you have the best era in boxing, all you niggas gonna lose. But if you want to be the greatest, somebody has to be the number one nigga to not lose. That's how boxing works. That's just how it works. So it's easy to say Floyd number one. It's easy to say Gervonta is this. It's easy to say Bud is this until they lose. Like the past in the history. That's how we judge boxing. Now, that a nigga can say this person can be good. Like I used to say, oh, Shakur can be great. Now, once Shakur showed me he can't be great,
boy ass.
He ain't great.
Boy ass already.
But I was wrong though. So I was wrong. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of niggas that said niggas was great was wrong.
He's still ain't lose yet though. But boy asked.
Who?
Shakur.
Oh yeah, he
Boy asked though.
It's over with.
What you mean? He ain't watched it though.
He is done. It's all over with. For a lot of the niggas that they about they finna fuck it up for their era. Where Gervonta not about to be looked at as one of the greats, right? If Bud gotta beat Canelo, if Bud beat Canelo, then he gonna be looked at one of the greats. But that means nobody from the they era will be looked at as a great. Because eventually everybody done beat everybody. Like Haney didn't beat this nigga, Wine didn't beat this nigga, Shakur didn't beat this nigga, Devontae didn't beat this nigga. So it's like you niggas all kind of the same level. Nobody great. If he lose to Canelo,
he go lose to Canelo.
If he lose, then he fuck up his legacy.
But then Canelo lost that other match.
You get what I'm saying? And then now Floyd back just up there by himself again. That's fucked up.
But what I will say is, and by the way, the name of this video, Domination Cannot Be Changed. Can domination be changed?
Yeah, we didn't even get into the shits, man.
What was he supposed to do?
It was some shit I wanted to look at.
Stop that recording though.
Stop the recording.
Yeah, just say that. You save it automatically?